I'm 3 generations in. I'm 27 years in. I've been in the industry for so long. I know so many people in and out. I know the issues that we face on a day-to-day basis in my industry, and it's got to do with time. Time. Everyone's one of the first things builders like, oh, when are you going to get this done? You're not even on site yet. How long is this going to take? How long is the scheduling going to take? So with an additive like this, where you can literally coat wet on wet on wet, as many coats as you want, where this product gives a 50% less shrinkage rate than normal mud. Also, if you're doing level 5 finishing, it also allows you, so you don't even have to sand. Okay, this product is, you can reactivate this product with a spray bottle, reactivates it. You're able to go over it with your trowels and literally polish these overlaps of mud out for level 5 finishing. Oh, it's ridiculous. The curing time is a lot harder than traditional mud.
Welcome to the On-Site Podcast. We chat with contractors, educators, industry professionals about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So without further ado, let's fucking get into it.
What's up? Welcome back to the On-Site Podcast. Super excited to dig into this episode. Today, we've got my good friend and one of our contractors in the community, Sean, with the Mudder's Touch. He is in Ontario, and Sean has been a drywaller for 3 generations. So he's been literally eating drywall mud for his entire life. Like at birth, and most people are getting formula. This guy's getting drywall mud. so I'm excited to dig into this. It's April 20th. So we're just kicking off, kind of getting into spring. Like spring's just kicking off here. And so Sean's got a lot of great products, great tools, great systems that he's using in his business that most certainly you'll be able to gather and implement into your business today. So if you're a drywaller listening in, it's going to be a great episode for you. Sean, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So Sean, I want you to just start us off here. Tell everyone who you are and where you're from and what you do.
Nice. Yeah. So again, my name is Sean Naylor. I own the Mudder's Touch Ltd. in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. I've been a drywall finisher now for about 27 years and dabbled into some other construction trades and stuff, but always kind of laid back in the drywall finishing because that's what I'm good at. And collaborate with a lot of guys around the area, pumping out some material, some content for some brands that I represent. And
nice. So 3 generations. Let's dig into that. So, tell us what child life was like as a drywall toddler.
Right. I don't know, probably the most memorial things have just been, watching your grandparents, your dad coming home from work completely caked, always wondering why, what's going on, right? And back in the day, considering we didn't have social media and we didn't have, a way to market the way that we do now, you didn't really see or acknowledge, what your dad or your grandpa was doing back in the day, right? So when you got older and they start bringing the work and you realize, I don't think I really want to do this. And then you start seeing the creative side. So I'm also a musician too, and I dabble a lot in the arts of the world.
What kind of instrument do you play?
Yeah, so I drum. I've been a drummer my whole life, bass player, guitar player.
Oh, wow.
I have my own studio as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So 3 generations of mud throwing, and now here I am.
Love that, man. My dad wasn't in my life, so it is what it is. But ultimately, he just flung potatoes. Even though I know who he is, he knows who I am. It's weird dynamic. But my grandpa was super close to me, and my family was kind of farming. That was our generation. And I didn't become a farmer. I had no interest in it. Didn't really understand it at all. And it seemed like they didn't really have a job. They just kind of did things. They were just always tinkering all the time, which was super cool because that's where I gathered a lot of my inspiration from as well. And I'm trying to picture what it would be like, growing up with your dad and your grandpa, both doing that trade, both doing that industry. You're sitting there eating your cornflakes in the morning, and they probably already left and come back. I know drywalling is an early start, but what a cool experience. My son's 18 or turning 18, and he's getting into the trade, so he's going to become a welder. And I get super emotional. I get super emotional over just seeing him, excited. This morning, he's got they got the week off. So we're recording this obviously way in advance. And so they don't have school. I mean, kids don't really go to school anymore, but he doesn't have school. He's just finishing up his grade 12. And so he works for this steel fabrication business. I'm hard on him. I'm fucking hard on him. I'm like, you got to clean your room. You got to do this. He's like, why? Like, why? I don't want to. You know, I'm like, well, it's just how you do one thing is how you do everything. Just trying to breathe that into him. And so this morning he sends me a snap of these burritos that he prepped for the week that he made on his own, and he's super proud of it. He's like, look at what I cook. Like I'm a cook. You know, I'm I'm a real. It's just cool because like. You know, I remember my childhood. It was enjoyable, you know, being around my grandpa, and I had other male influences. And so to be in an industry that is 3 generations deep, like it must carry a lot of weight and emotion for you to know that, you know, is your grandpa still around? Your dad still around?
No, my dad is, but I mean, we don't talk. We don't really associate anymore. The family kind of just grew apart. You know, I have different views and values in life, you know, so yeah, I just keep to myself and the family I created, and just making it a better one. And I just kind of stick to myself and my own journey. So
I appreciate that. That's cool. Well, I mean, you got to where you are. You're 3 generations in. You know, whether you're talk to them or not, you know, that was the stepping stone to give you the ability to hold those trowels like you have on your shirt there, which is awesome. Show me what's on your shirt there, dude.
Yeah, man.
Let's see that. Look at that. That's cool. The guy's all branded up. I don't even have anything on me.
Oh yeah, man. Got to do it. And I got my sponsors on there too. I got to represent. Yeah.
Cool. So today's conversation is I want to talk about this additive. You know, James and I were talking. James is another drywall contractor in the community, and him and I were just chatting on our coaching call the other day, and he was like, yeah, Sean has this like additive that you can, you know, apply wet mud on wet mud. And I was like, what? How the fuck can you apply wet on wet? I was so confused. And I was like, well, I mean, that would create so much efficiency. And he's like, yeah, I've been using it for a couple of years. And he's like, or a year or however long he said. And he's like, yeah, it's been really good. And if like James is going to stand behind something, it's really good. Like James is OCD.
Yeah.
He's OCD. And I mean, it's super cool to hear that from him. And I never heard it, you know, from you. And I just didn't know that existed. So, you know, I'm really excited for you to just kind of like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what is this?
Right.
Is this real? What is it?
Totally real. Totally legit. Totally natural. Okay. So
all natural.
Yeah, man.
Gluten-free.
It's made, it's made out of like all minerals, right? So I hooked up with this gentleman, his name's Corey, and he owns Mud Pro Additive. And so I was interested because there was kind of already an additive out there. So the more research that I've done, I realized that he actually launched this, and he's the inventor of Mud Pro and the other product that is out on the market. So the more and more I got into it, he sent me samples, and he was excited to show me. And so I got it to site, followed the directions, did what I had to do, start using this additive, and it legit blew my mind. I'm like, I don't understand why other drywall finishers are not into it. Like, not the fact that they're not into it, they just don't know about it. Right. Mm-hmm. So talking previous here, I'm 3 generations in, I'm 27 years in. I've been in the industry for so long. I know so many people in and out. I know the issues that we face on a day-to-day basis in my industry, and it's got to do with time. Everyone's one of the first things people is like, oh, when are you going to get this done? You're not even on site yet. How long is this going to take? How long is the scheduling going to take? So with an additive like this, where you can literally coat wet on wet on wet as many coats as you want, where this product gives a 50% less shrinkage rate than normal mud. Also, if you're doing level 5 finishing, it also allows you, so you don't even have to sand. Okay, this product you can reactivate this product with a spray bottle, reactivates it. You're able to go over it with your trowels and literally polish these overlaps of mud out for level 5 finishing. Oh, it's ridiculous. The curing time is a lot harder than traditional mud.
That's insane, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. So anybody who's listening to this is a drywaller or not a drywaller, send this to them. I'm sure the comments are going to be, you know, fired up because everyone's going to think this is a fucking scam. That's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a scam. Just because there's good things out there. They can be good things. They can be great things. You know, you can apply it. We have validation from, you know, James, who's also a friend of Sean's, who's a really good drywall. I've seen his work. I've seen literally everything that he does. So we work very closely together. And so for him to get behind something like this, I can promise you it's good. And you don't know unless you try it. Real quick, for early listeners that are like, I want to fucking try this shit out, where do they go find this stuff?
So you can check out their website. I suggest you checking out their website. You're going to find their MSDS sheets available so you can see what's in it and what you're dealing with. But you can reach out to me on my website. So at the Mutters Touch Ltd.org. Okay. And then you can go and check me out on my Instagrams and Facebook pages and just send me a DM. Ask for samples. We'd be more than happy to send you samples. We'll give you a little video. If you're local, I will come to your site and I will give you a demonstration on how the product works and how it could benefit you.
What about Americans? We got lots of Americans that are listening to this too. Would they reach out to you as well for Americans?
100%. You can reach out to me and I will get you in touch and directed to the right people for your area. 100%. The product was created, invented in the States out of Wisconsin. Okay. It's manufactured right now in Puerto Rico.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul lives.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul lives there.
I should call that guy out on here.
What's that?
I should call him out on here.
Oh shit. Yeah, do it. I'm mad. He's a scary dude. I like him. I think, he's come a long way. He's doing everything that everyone's, everyone always talks shit about everything. You know what I mean? Like even this product, right? Like there are going to be so many people that are listening to this and be like, this is fucking stupid.
100%.
Blah, blah. And then the other guys, the other 1% of people, small percent of people that are actually willing to do anything, grab it and they're like, oh, this is amazing. And they're surpassing all these, these chirpers, we'll call them.
Oh, 100%.
Keyboard warriors. So, I mean, cool. It's a great product. What's the price point on this stuff?
Good question. So, the pricing right now.
What is it? Like a liquid? Like what is it? A bag? What do you do with it?
So So it comes in a pail, a 5-gallon pail. You can get in 30-pound pail, 60-pound pails. Right now, you're only able to get it in pails to try them out. But if you want samples, I can make samples up for you and ship it out or do whatever we got to do so the product is.
Yeah, I'm sure. At price point, you're probably trying to figure out because there's lots of different probably buying power. You buy a pallet, you buy a bucket. You buy
100% like a pallet.
So let's just if anybody wants this shit, just message Sean. And you can test it out. I highly recommend you do at the very least try it out. Because in my mind, I'm not a drywaller, but I've worked with a lot of drywallers. I've done a lot of construction, and so I understand the process. And so for anybody that doesn't understand the process, we're going to give you kind of a little bit of a 1,000-foot overview, right? So this is literally why drywall takes so fucking long. You got to install the board, 100%. which is going to take install anywhere between a couple days to a week, right, on any given project. Depends what kind of project. Then you're going to come around and tell me if this process would change, but you'd pre-fill all your butts and flats, right? And sometimes I think you can still tape that same day. You wouldn't add this 100%. Additive to your taping mud, would you? No.
Yeah,
you would
add this additive into everything, every process, every single process from start to finish. You can use this You can use it in other products too, but drywall finishing is where it's at. Right.
Okay. So you throw this in your taping mud, throw your tapes on. Right. Let's say it's a smaller project, and let's say that you have to wait for your tape to dry before you can first coat. And so then you have to leave site, go do something else, then come back. Like that's the most inefficient thing, but that's what most drywallers have known, for the past 3 generations. Right. And so,
100%.
The fact that you can go tape to final or even pre-final in one sitting is wild. What's the dry time on it then? Does the dry time take a little bit longer? Like it must shrink out and crack? Like what does that look like?
So the dry time it would be no different than regular mud. The difference is kind of like concrete, the longer you let it, the more wet you get it, the more harder it is. So, so the thing with the additive within the mud is that it's still going to dry the exact same as your traditional mud. But because of the coat on coat on coat, and because of everything that's being applied in that same day, you're getting a harder finish, especially with the minerals in it. So you're able to go to your client or builder or whoever and literally tell them, listen, this is it just makes everything stronger. It's hard for me to explain because
it's like cement finish.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost like using sheetrock, but you're able to mold it a lot. You're able to bring it back to life with spritzing it with
Which
water.
is also crazy.
Right, which is nuts. So like I can go back, for instance, so James and I just did a site the other day. We did the pre-filling with Durabond. We went around, we fiber fused every joint in that little house. On the same day, we also did the inside corner taping. On the same day, we also did first coat. On the same day, we also did second coat, and then we let everything dry. When we came back the next day, this is the best part, is I know no matter what, if it's wet, if it's dry, if it's half, if it's whatever, I can still coat. I'm not wasting my time checking out a site and being like, oh, it's wet, we can't touch it, or it's going to shrink all the same. Mud Pro makes it so you can do whatever you want. It's going to dry the same. You have 50% less shrinkage. Like, it's a no-brainer to me. You're saving money and time every single day.
Yeah, and you're not showing up and having to leave.
100%. You're wasting your time, your money, your efforts. But with using an additive like this, you know for a fact it doesn't matter. You're going in there and you're coating again. The longest part is waiting for the product to dry, which is typically the same as your normal mud, but just realize that you're getting a much harder, stronger product in the end. It's stronger than normal mud.
Even if it's like 10% longer to dry, wouldn't even matter. I mean, you're saving days in some cases. Crazy.
Instead of having to go from, like 3 jobs a day, and then you have your employees going from point A to B to C to D to E, because traditionally that's what we had to do. Now you can actually schedule out your projects so much better, right? Because from Monday to Friday, this is where we're going to be sanding. And then everything just comes together so much better, and people don't realize it's not even just the product; it's the amount of time and efforts and money that you're saving is astronomical.
Hey, we've got an ad here. Make sure to pay attention. What's up, guys? Are you a contractor or business owner looking to take things to the next level? Well, I've got something for you. The Elite Builder Society is a community that helps contractors grow and scale. For $49 a month, you can have access to 20 group coaching calls. Look, you're probably wondering, how am I going to show up to 20 calls, Brandon? That's a lot. And yeah, it is a lot for $49 a month. But every call is recorded so you can watch it at your leisure. But you get the best experience when you're live on the call with us. Okay, at the end of every webinar, there will be a Q&A where you can ask the industry expert questions that you can implement into your business. Look, if you're ready to take things to the next level for $49 a month, go to ebsworks.com and register today. I look forward to seeing you inside the community. If you're a contractor listening to this podcast right now and your drywaller doesn't use this shit, put them on this stuff. Honestly, because at the end of the day, I mean, if you could take your drywall process from, 12 days to, 8, wouldn't you? Right. Maybe sometimes 14, sometimes it's 2 weeks. Board starts, it's 2 weeks sometimes. What if you could cut that in half? That would give you the ability to prime and do your first coat and start installing cabinets, flooring, and doing all your things much more efficiently, 100%. Cleans up that drywall process, because it honestly feels like drywall just lingers, forever. Because we're just literally waiting for shit to dry. And so, this removes that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And and now that the nicer weather's coming, and, right now we're going through cold phases and stuff like that, work still has a tendency, without the right drying conditions, for product to dry properly anyways. We're coming to a rainy season of spring where mud definitely has a harder time to dry and cure properly.
For sure. Everybody's running dehumidifiers and fans and everything they can to probably try and just speed up their time. Literally, all you got to do is just buy a bucket.
100%. And just to take into consideration too, like, let me jump back to where you were talking about pricing. So you're adding, for one box of mud, you're adding roughly, I would say, anywhere between $30-$35 on top of that. Of product, which yes, it does make your one box of mud a little bit more expensive, but the amount of time and efforts that you're saving on everything, it's kind of a wash.
Right. What's a box of mud worth?
Like what, $40 maybe, depending. I guess
makes a box almost 100.
Yeah.
So it nearly doubles your mud box, but you could literally charge that back to the client.
100%.
I mean, if you go to your client and say, "Hey, do you want me to do this more efficiently and faster?" It's going to be another, 10% more.
100%.
They're going to be like, yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't we want this more efficient? So, I mean, that's a very easy thing, in my opinion, to sell and incorporate. And also, like, everybody's trying to figure out efficiency. This is not AI. This is not a robot. This is a product
Yeah.
that you can implement into your business. Everybody's freaked out about AI and robots coming to take over the world. And, you see all these. Have you ever seen the drywall robots online on Instagram?
I
Where they're
have,
like trying
yeah.
to skim the walls and they got the big,
Yeah,
they got
they're
the big
creepy.
paddles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to put you on robots right now. We're trying to put you on a product that will give you the ability to continue to be more efficient and compete with these
100%.
robots when they come into your workplace. So no, it's a great product. Sean, do you have any other, I mean, you're part of this product. So any other products that you got in your Rolodex that you want to, give a little shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to tag off the Mud Pro as well. Okay, so Mud Pro also has another product, and it's called Optimal. Now, what Optimal is, it has the actual additive, Mud Pro additive into it. So you get all the great benefits of the additive, but with Optimal means you do not have to prime it afterwards. You can go right to paint. So it has all the other additives into it, which priming is not necessary anymore once you're doing level 5 skimming out.
Do these guys obviously have patents on all this shit? They must have patents on all this shit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And there's about another 5
good.
products they're coming out with. I'm not allowed to speak of, but I'm mind blowing again. Like people are just gonna be like, "There's no way." Oh, it's definitely possible, and some of these products are here. So when that comes out, totally excited to get everybody in the loop. Another product
awesome.
that I'm hooked up with is Comey Trowels they're based out of Italy. Very high quality, just brilliant, and beautiful trowels. I mean, some of the lightest on the market. Their stainless steel is so high grade. There's less friction to be able to move your product on the wall so like effortlessly. And I'm also involved with another company called Can-Am Tools, which a lot of drywall finishers in the industry know about. Yeah.
What are those? Those are just like the boxes.
So they're like semi-automatic tools, more or less for inside corner finishing.
Okay.
So you have all your different flushers and tubes and adapters, flat applicators and whatnot. And just Can-Am is just on the highest level. A lot of people know this. They're just like the GOAT of drywall finishing semi-automatic tools. And they're located in Alberta.
Oh, that's wild. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll maybe go give them a visit here later today.
Absolutely.
It sounds like you're connected to a lot of the innovative products that exist and that are out there. And so anybody, if you're listening to this, just connect with Sean. Again, Sean, where can they find you on IG?
Instagram. You can check me out on my website as well. You can only just send me a message there. But Instagram, I'm very active on. So you can always reach me out at the Mudders Touch LTD on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Go pop this
TikTok.
guy a follow. He's everywhere. Oh, this guy's everywhere. So yeah, go pop this guy a follow if you want to be, downloaded and educated on all the different tools and systems and products that exist. All of this stuff sounds like it makes your life more efficient, more effective, so that you can make fucking more money. Because that's why we're in the business. We're in the business to make more money. So
what's up, guys? I hope you're enjoying this episode of the On-Site Podcast. So here's the deal. We want to grow this show and we need your help. It's simple. Pay the tax, share the show. That's it. Let's get back into it.
Dude, great conversation on that. I want to dig into, who's Sean? What does Sean do? So you're a musician. I play all the instruments. What else do you do? Tell us a little bit about your family. Who do you got? You got a partner that keeps you grounded? And
100%. She is literally the all and be all for me, the one that calms me down, the one makes me happy when I'm down. She's just great at encouraging me to go after what I want, and it's been working. Cool. I mean, her intuition is off the charts. Very, very good woman, and she's a dental assistant. And
there we go.
Yeah, she's doing great.
You dialed in.
Yeah, man. And then you got my daughter. She just got accepted into college for hairstyling.
There we go.
She starts this September. She's very talented already. 2 years ago at 15, she already did a couple wedding parties and stuff. Yeah, my son, he comes and he works with me sometimes. Right now he's in between jobs, but I'm excited for him. He's got a lot of goals and dreams that I'm helping him try to reach out for. But yeah, I'm just a normal Joe.
Cool. You got dogs? You got dogs, cats? What do you got? Any pets?
I got dogs. Yeah, I love my dogs. I got 2 American Bully XLs. They're big boys and girls.
Okay. Oh,
about 120 pounds. Oh yeah, they're like a little lap dog.
Yeah, little lap dog.
Yeah,
cool, man. That sounds you got a house full.
Oh, I do.
You got a house full. That's awesome. Well, I mean, it. Both of your kids are fortunate to have you in there. You're an innovator. You're striving for growth. You're striving, pushing the envelope. the reality is, dude, most people aren't willing to do the things that are necessary, and they just complain about the results that don't exist because of the work that they're not doing. And it's a friendly reminder for all of us that in order for you to get great things, you got to do the work. We're all guilty that we could always do more, including myself, and at the end of the day, as long as you encourage your kids to become the best version of themselves, push through the hard shit. On the other side of hard shit is, a bright, shiny rainbow. And then there's going to be another pile of hard shit you're gonna have to deal with. So that's cool. That sounds like you got a great household plus the dogs. That keeps you guys all busy. Sean, anything else you want to share with us? Just about whatever.
It's a good question, actually. I don't know. I think in this stage that we're on nowadays, the world's changing, and the best advice I think I can give a lot of people out there nowadays is keep your friends and your buddies close. I work really, really well, and I work really close with my best friend James, as we've talked about, from White Rock Drywall. Times when I'm down, I'm just not feeling it or whatever, the guy always picks me up. The guy's always giving me great advice, and vice versa. I've been in the industry a long time, and I know my ins and outs. I have a lot of great advice, and same with James. Well, in yourself. And the collaborations and the things you strive for in this world are so worth it. So just keep everybody close and keep trucking forward. And that's what I'm about right now, is just networking and really trying to get everybody into the same circle so everyone's succeeding in the end.
Right. Love that, dude. I love that. I appreciate what you're doing, for the industry. And you're right. The world is a fucked up place right now. And I think what happens at times, unfortunately, is that we fall down this rabbit hole where we fixate on all the things that are going on. I remember when COVID was, all over the place, and I was just down a rabbit hole, and I was just like doom scrolling, and I got to a point where I was like, man, I'm fucking miserable. I was miserable looking at it. So I cut myself out of it, took myself back, and tried to disconnect myself. Thankfully, the algorithm found a way to give me something else other than just like heavy shit, every day. And I think what's happened is, the world has always been a little fucked up, if I'm being honest.
Yep.
But now it's just very, very accessible to us, and everything is, so readily available. I know that we're airing this on April 20th, but just the other day, another trans freaking lunatic went and shot up, a bunch of people in the rink. And outside of the economy, we've still got this pandemic of delusion where horrible people get to roam the streets, and we're just trying to provide for our families while we have all this other fucking noise out here. Those are the things that frustrate me. You know what I mean? And so, it's a tough place to work in. It's a hard industry to be in. And I do agree, keep a close group of people really close to you, because we don't know where the world's going. We honestly don't. We have no idea where it's going. If somebody can just walk in a rink and shoot up a crowd of people, because he or she is dressed like, fucking, it should be in a mental institution. We don't know where we're going. You know what I mean? We don't know where we're going. And I don't believe those things existed, 50 or 60 years ago. I don't think that crazy shit existed. I think that it exists now because we've made it accessible. And so those are sometimes the rabbit holes that I go down. And so, when you get your group of people, you lock in with them, they help you recalibrate your focus, your direction, and your drive. And I love working with you guys. It's always enjoyable just to have an honest conversation with somebody, and, them to actually just be open, receptive, and willing to inject the things that we talk about on our group calls, the things that we talk about on our one-on-one calls. They're life-changing. And, that's how we came across this conversation about, these products that you have today. And I think that's what keeps our world rolling. And so, if you have not already, a little plug for me, but if you have not already, definitely go to www.ebsworks.com and jump into our community. Literally, it's $49 a month. We're growing very quickly. We're currently running 3 calls a week. So at this point, we might be running 4 calls.
Nice.
But we're recording this earlier on. So we got 3 calls a week. Super impactful. It'll change your life and your business. And you'll have opportunities, to connect with people like Sean, to connect with other contractors that are doing the same shit that you're doing every day. Dude, great conversation. Great episode. And always appreciate, our conversations. Anything else you want to wrap this up with?
No, I think that's good, man. I said what I needed to say, and I just look forward to the successes of the world with everybody that we were involved in. And again, thanks for having me, and James, I know at some point you're going to be listening, and thanks for introducing me, because it's been a great path so far. And like I've mentioned everybody before, I mean, I keep people close to me and I keep people in my little group. I want everybody to succeed, but we all need to be together in order for that to happen. So
100%, dude. Well, I appreciate that. Well, it was a great episode. Thank you so much. Until next time, that is all. It's a wrap. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, that concludes this episode of the On-Site Podcast. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, please pay the tax, share the show. Guys, if you want to be a part of the Elite Builder Society, all you got to do is pay $49 a month. That's it. $49 a month. You get 20 group coaching calls every month. Okay? Go to ebsworks.com and register today. If you enjoyed the show, please pay the tax and share the show.